Hello and welcome back once again, fellow vinyl aficionados. This is something that I've been threatening to do or promising to do for a while now, and this is a little tour of Racer Records World in the basement at my house. This is where I do all my filming. This is where all my records are. This is where the other rabbit holes that I've gone down are as well. And yeah, so let's see what we've all got. And I've got a brand new gimbal that I am working with. And I'm not sure if it's going to work well or not, but we're going to give it a go. So let's see how it works. All right, first up, not very music related, but we'll stop and talk about it quickly. This is a picture, of course, of Nate Davis. For those that know, used to play for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, the local CFL, Canadian Football League team. This is a print done by David Benefield, also of said, there's Uncle David's Army, also of said Saskatchewan Roughriders, and played on a couple other teams as well. But so the print is of Nate, and then all the little drawings, etc., and that are done by David Benefield. Yeah, so there you go. All right, now let's move on to a little bit more vinyl related, although there's still a Rough Rider blanket on the ground and more Rough Rider memorabilia up there. But in these boxes those are the $1 boxes. Here they are. And those are the $5 records, as well as the everything else for sale in there. And then these are, although the sticker's not on the front, they are the $3 records. So these boxes are just the ones that I keep, that I continue to put things in if I go out and I buy a collection. And then I've sorted it out to the things I want to keep and to the things that I'm going to sell down the line at a record sale. That's what these boxes are. So they live just right here at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah. And then again, some rider art on the wall. Championship from back in the day. Something I got for Christmas a while ago. And something that, just a bunch of rider stuff. Anyway, there is either rider-related stuff down here. There is, of course, records. There is pinball down here. We're going to get to that. There are trains down here. And there are also slot cars. So 12-year-old me is just in heaven. Anyway, let's move on into the main room. So we'll just do a quick overview of everything. Some of this you'll have seen before. Some of it not. And then we have got... Oh, hi, Zilla. This is Catzilla. I'm going to yawn on command. Well, not on command, but that is Catzilla. She likes to live down here. That's her blanket, and that's what she does. So that's her. Now, let's get to a little more vinyl stuff, because that's what you came for. So down in these two milk crates, pardon my shabby job at wire hiding over there. Down in these milk crates are records that I have got that I still need to put into Discogs. So there's a couple of milk crates down there, and that's what those are. There's stuff I'm keeping that I just have to put into Discogs still. So yeah. All right, we'll move along. We'll get into a little bit more, again, more into the vinyl part of the basement. There's a little bit of everything. This you will have seen if you've watched other videos. If this is the first video you've watched, this is kind of what I've decided to go with for my backdrop. A couple things on the top here. We've got a program from Beatles Love, the Cirque du Soleil show in Las Vegas, and then we've also got the Cirque du Soleil show O, also in Las Vegas, that my lovely wife and I have gone to. We've seen them both, and I have seen Love 7 times. I have gone every time that I have gone to Vegas. So if you do the math, that means I've gone to Vegas. That is correct, 7 times. All right, let's move back up here. This is my picture of me and Def Leppard. It's from a few years ago now. There is the ticket stub, and there's the picture of me and the boys, a little bit of a meet and greet. There is the signed picture that came with it. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. Put on a great show back in the day. Haven't seen them for a while, but they always put on a good show. These guys also have had a chance to see them. Went to both of their concerts back in 2006 here in Regina. I figure the Stones might only come to Regina once, so I'm going to go both times. Anyway, so that is my Rolling Stones Hackney Diamond poster. Playing with the zoom here a little bit. That you've seen a number of times, just my Beatles with the Beatles poster. This is my Nano Leaf light system. It doesn't really show up that well on here, but that's what it is. And I'm going to show you how this room is most of the time after I'm done the main tour. Not going to take too much longer and blah 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 too much here, but let's zoom back out. There we go. We don't need to see Mick and company. Let's zoom down a little bit. So here is the first bin. In the first bin, we've got my version of the Holy Moly wall that I just haven't done yet, but that's what that is. And then we've got my box sets. And then, of course, it starts with the A's, goes down to the B's. Down at the bottom, this one is new stuff that I've purchased that I have to listen to still. And then books. Yes, books and a couple more box sets in there as well. So over here on the couch, the Lips Ink. And these are, again, things that I've recently purchased that I have to listen to and then decide what I'm going to do with them. And the other stack, which is the bangles, are ones that I have listened to and need to be cleaned. So there is a place for everything down here. Moving along, let's go back over here. There we go. All right, Glorious Sons single. Talk about them lots. Great band. For those that are maybe watching a video of mine for the first time, I am a Glorious Sons fan, so make sure you check it out. Check them out, pardon me. Let's see, what else have we got down here? We've got my subwoofer and my Beatles clock. And then we've got my gear. We've got some vinyl cleaner and the solution for my spin clean. A couple of different amps. Currently using the Sony up on the top. Little classic metal-faced Sony. I really like it. And then Cambridge as well. Not super powerful, but doesn't have to be. And then just because not a lot of CDs around, but I've got a few and they are there. I guess the one set of CDs I have, along with a few others, is there's a Garth Brooks box set. So that's down there. There you go. All right, moving along. Turntable is my MMF 2.2. And you know what? It's pretty good. It works. Music Hall, great stuff. My on-air sign. Some picks that I've gotten from different bands. The Eagles / with Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. And then that's just a cool blue pick. Remotes. This is my little tribute to Power Trip. Great concert that I went to down in Indio, California this summer. This swag came with the ticket, so pretty cool. There's that. And then there is this guy you might recognize. David Bowie. Joanne's favorite. I've got a lava lamp that's not turned on 3 days ago so that it actually did something. Let's see. Notebook for stuff. A guitar that I do not know how to play, but looks cool. And actually what it is one that is signed by Paul Stanley of Kiss. Or at least that's what the story is. Whether it really was or not, who knows. But that's what that is. It's my Power Trip hat. You can see the Power Trip Festival on there. Logo, that is. I got that ironed on. And then a bunch of AC/DC buttons. Well, moving on. One of my favorite movies from back in the day. And some blue records that go along with it. They don't necessarily go along with it, but I had some blue records that didn't have sleeves, so I did that to it. There you go. The Warriors. Might be sacrilegious to cover up a little bit of the Warriors, but, you know, when the Furies are breathing down your neck, you do what you do. Puzzles that I've done. It's been a while, but that is one I got from my good friend Aaron Berger. That was a pretty good one. And then another David Bowie. This one, a 450-piece puzzle. This is the red couch. This is my coffee table, and that might look cooler later on, but that is just another set of lights. I kind of like my colored lights. You may get the impression. Let's see. Up next, there is another large bulk of the collection. I like to switch up the covers often, and it looks cool. Got my Gene Simmons axe for Guitar Hero there on the side. And if I back up a little bit and go up, There's my Scarface poster. More lights. I said there was race cars, and there is. So there's a whole bunch of them, and those are all the white ones, if you can imagine. Again, we kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole during COVID, we being my son and I. Great Beatles one-of-a-kind art that my daughter Emily did for me. Really, really cool. Love it. Jeff Gordon, Grey Cup. Again, Canadian Football League. That is our Super Bowl trophy called the Grey Cup, for those that don't know, and for those that do, you already knew that. Just a couple little metallic things that my buddy Phil, that had passed away. I'm not sure why I got them from him, but I did. Let's go down quick. So this is the racetrack. This is the Jerks Raceway. Joanne, Emily, Riley, Chris, and then another J, if you like. And or little behind the scenes here, my actual first name is Stanley, so there's the S in the Jerks. Anyway, it's Jerks Raceway. Remotes for all the colored lights. And this is my Rebellion Brewing, just in case Mark watches this. There you go, Mark. There's the Rebellion Brewing. Some pictures I got from an Indianapolis, not an Indianapolis, a IndyCars race in Toronto a couple years ago. And yeah, just a bunch of cars and stuff like that. We'll move along, and we've got more cars, more cars, more cars. We've got the On AV monster truck. Going to be in the monster truck World Finals one day. On AV, where I used to work, and may again. We'll see. That, of course, is that. And if I spin around, this gimbal's working okay so far, I think. Just a couple more Beatles posters there. And let's spin back around. Hey, look, more cars, 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 cars. And then, yeah, just a few more albums over here. Everything alphabetical. I did it that way. All genres are all mixed together, but it is alphabetical. And, yeah, so that's the last one. And I like to leave that one just showing the spines. So, there you go. More colored lights. Another Beatles poster. Bit of a Beatles fan, you may have guessed. Let's go move along. We'll talk about over there in a moment. Just a little more race car. Let's see. Is this going to work? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it is. It'll probably derail here, so I won't go too far, but we've got a whole bunch of track and a whole bunch of trains, but we kind of tried to incorporate it a little bit into the racetrack. So yeah, went down that rabbit hole a couple years ago during COVID as well. The model trains. There you go. There's that. All right. So, hey, the more records. No, that's the same amount. There. All right, and last, but I don't think least, although this is supposed to be on a vinyl-related challenge page, pardon me, but I think that pinball and music has always gone together. At least it's always gone together for me. I remember, again, back in the day, used to go to a great arcade in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, and there was always lots of games, pinball to be played, and always lots of jukebox money to be spent as well. So hurry up and bring your jukebox money. Anyway, so this is my virtual pinball machine, and it's a little ragtag. It's not traditional by any means, but I like it. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, there's Iron Maiden in virtual pinball. It's pretty cool. It actually works really well. Steering wheel for the racing games. My buddy Godzilla right there. Not to be confused with Catzilla. I don't know where she went, but she left. Apple TV, not that you care about Apple TV. And then a bit of a pride and joy thing. My KISS pinball machine. Original back from in the day. I haven't had it from the start, but I've had it now for about 25 years or so. Still works. Lights up nicely. Needs a couple of new bumper caps, but other than that, works pretty well still. Yeah, it's great. Don't need to play it, but it does work. So if you come over someday, you're going to be able to play it. And then, I guess to finish it off, or at least to finish off the main part, and then I want to show you one more thing. Beatles fan. and a Kiss fan. So there are the 4 picture disc solo albums that my sons bought for me a few years ago for Father's Day. And then most recently, and a little bit of glare on his face, but most recently I was able to pick up Record Store Day, Eric Carr. So, completes the set. I'm not sure if there's ever going to be a Vinnie Vincent one or not, but that is that. All right, so let's, and this is what's cool about this gimbal, is I can kind of move quickly and get this done. So that's the basement. There's another quick overview of it, but I just want to show you quick, before I shut it down, how it looks most of the time. Day or night, when I'm down here, I kind of like to keep it in the dark. And I do enjoy my colored lights. So let's just shut this down, and then I went and turned off all the lights, so there were no white lights when this part started. Anyhow, quick run through in the dark, in basically the way that this place is most of the time. My wife likes to call me a bat because I do like it dark, but at the same time I like lots of colored lights. So real quick, we'll just kind of go back over. It's the exact same place that you just saw. It's just a little more colorful right now, a little more lit up. In lights, Stone's got their own blue light going on. My nano leaves, they're pretty cool. You can't tell. Well, maybe you can tell. I think you can tell that looks like a musical note, right? Sure. Glowing guitar. And then we've got the light up coffee table. It looks better in person. It kind of washes out when you're on the camera, but it looks pretty good in person. So there you go. What else have we got? Just a little more light going on the ceiling. We've got in the corner, we've got that going on with the egg on the top. And we've just got another, not an egg, another thing, lamp, specific, kind of cool, funky lamp going on over there. And then the really bright corner that's got all the pinball machine in it, machines, because there is the real one. And I'll just make my way over there quick, and then we'll be done with this tour of the basement. But I was able to, in switching over to dark mode, change out the table as well on the virtual machine. And it is now AC/DC, as you can see. So yeah, so we've got a little AC/DC virtual pinball. We've got a little real-time Kiss pinball. And yeah, the virtual pinball also becomes a virtual arcade. But it would take me a bit, and that would just be another edit, and you know how I love to edit. So I'm not going to show you that part. But there you go. There is the state of Racer Records most of the time in the dark, and when not messing around making videos for YouTube, usually playing virtual pinball or updating it and getting all the new coolest tables that are out there. But there you go. There is my little humble space down in the basement that is the home office for Racer Records, in the dark, in the colored lights. But thanks very much for watching. As always, make sure you do all the YouTubey things, like, as well as subscribe if you haven't already, and hit notifications and do all that stuff. And let me know what you think in the comments. Appreciate you watching. I really do. Thanks very much. And if you ever come over, again, you're welcome to try both the real machine and the virtual. And I think I'm up to about 700 virtual games now. So there'll be a few to choose from. We'll play in a bit here. Let's finish off right there. Thanks again for watching, everybody.